either today or in the coming week. So why don't you start by telling me your name, the name of the police department, then walk me through what happened.
Okay, before we start, I sent you my police complaint report. I made copies of it, and I sent it to you. Did you receive it?
Yes, I sure did. I'm going to pull it up right now.
Okay.
Okay, I'm looking at it right now on the screen.
Okay, so it went through. I don't know computers that well, so I don't know if I sent it right or...
Yeah, I have the full complaint. I can see it. I'm going through it now. So did you actually submit this to the police department?
Yes, I did, certified mail.
Okay, perfect, perfect. And, okay, I can see it was signed on June 23rd.
Yeah, it must be when I did it, yeah.
Okay, great. And have the police responded to your complaint yet?
Not yet.
Okay, well, again, tell me the name of the police department, and then let's go through the details.
Okay. It's the Auburn Police Department in Maine that pulled me over. I was right in town in Auburn.
Okay, go
Can I
ahead.
tell you what happened?
Well, yeah.
It was like 2 o'clock at, huh?
Yeah, let me just, well, actually, let me repeat the part that you've already told me in the pre-interview. What you told me is that you were visiting this particular town, you had, the police, your tag was expired, the police stopped you, they were able to tow
Well, they
the...
weren't expired. I was transferring from one of my vehicles to this one.
Mm-hmm.
In Vermont, you got like 30 days or something to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the tags were valid off my other car, and I was just transferring to my Chevy Blazer.
Okay, but the police had a reason to stop you, and they did, is that right?
That's right. Why they stopped me, because I was lost.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in town, in the middle of town, and I was looking at the signs, and I couldn't figure out which way to go. And I probably sat there too long, and that's why the policeman probably stopped me.
Okay, so he pulls you over, ultimately he tows your car, he impounds it, is that right?
That's right, that's right.
Okay, and after impounding your car, that's where things start to get a little strange in terms of what they decided to do. You told me earlier that you informed the police after they told you they were going to impound your car that you had no means of getting safely to a place where you could get help, and you wanted them to either give you a ride or provide some means of getting you to a safe place. And you told me that they told you that there was a hotel a mile away, and that if you didn't leave, they would arrest you.
That's right. He said, I said, because I asked the policeman, I said, this is a pretty dangerous, this is a big town. I said, I don't like the looks of that road. Can you give me a ride there? I feel like I'm in danger, walking a mile to some unknown motel on this kind of dimly lit road. I said, I don't feel comfortable with it.
Mm-hmm.
He says, well, either you can walk in or we could arrest you. I kept on mentioning arresting me through the whole deal, trying to scare me with it.
Mm-hmm. Well, why was he so set on arresting you? Had you committed some major crime?
No, just that my plates were off from my Oldsmobile, and I was transferring them to the Blazer.
Mm-hmm.
He said in Maine you can't do that. Well, in Vermont you can. I'm from Vermont, and I had no idea.
Mm-hmm.
When I was in Maine, I was doing something. My car's insured, it's inspected. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I have a clean record.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I didn't know I was lost. I stopped to a police station in the previous town to get directions, and they printed me out a whole bunch of directions from the police station in the previous town I was in. And I was trying to follow the directions to get home.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so then, after I knew I couldn't stick around there, I said, well, I guess I better walk to my hotel. So I started walking down that road, and I went away. There's a lot of trees there. It's dark. And they said the motel was on the left side of the road. That's when I heard, these guys, they were coming, and I said, hey, buddy, wait up. And I looked back, and there was a ways behind me. I couldn't see them really because it was dark. But I knew darn well they was going to try to rob me because it was the middle of the night, and there was 3 guys.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's enough stuff there, and it's hard to explain. There was all a bunch of trees and everything. I found a spot to duck down, and then they went by me, And when they went by me, I heard him saying, "Where'd he go? Where'd he go?" And he must have ran, so they took off a little faster trying to catch me. So I kept them in sight a little, and then I see the hotel. I walked around the back way to the hotel, into that hotel, and I got away. And then, you know, from all this, I didn't get no sleep that night, and I got high blood pressure, and I had, and you know, I got some problems with my heart, some. And the next morning, I was going to go to Cumberland Farms to get something to eat, and it was like a little walk. And I walked towards it, and I got really faint, and my heart started beating fast, and I sat down, and I just was like, I don't know, going to collapse. So I dialed 911, and fire department came, ambulance and everything, and there's like 20 of them there. And they was all checking me out. My heart was going fast, and they asked what happened, and I told them the whole story about the police and everything. They couldn't believe it. And I told to the ambulance drivers, and I went to the hospital. I told to the doctors at the hospital.
So let me just summarize what I think you're telling me. You feel that the police put your life in jeopardy unnecessarily.
Exactly. They just about got me killed over a traffic ticket.
And do you have a lengthy criminal record? Have you been in trouble with the law? I mean, do they have any reason to treat you different from any other citizen?
No, I don't have a lengthy. The last time I think 20 years ago, I got in a little trouble, but nothing serious or nothing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, so let me just explain a few things about police procedure. I'm a police misconduct expert, so I can speak with some authority on this. In some cases, the police departments have policies restricting them from transporting people who are not prisoners. Unless this department has a policy like that, there's no reason why they couldn't have accommodated you and made some arrangements or waited till a cab got there to assist you. So I do think that you have grounds to pursue a complaint unless they have an explicit policy restricting the things that I'm pointing out to you now. And if they do have a policy, they still could have accommodated you, in my opinion, and there was no need for the officer to threaten you with arrest for not leaving. That to me is unprofessional conduct. So I'm going to report your complaint to the police department. What I will be doing is taking the video from this interview, posting it online, and directing the police department to the video so that they can hear your recorded statement.